define your neckline. Like it's
This
too.
call is now being recorded.
Okay, somebody's mic is on. Like you can define the neck. You can see I'm reducing the intensity and then using it. And if you want to smooth it out, press shift and smooth everything. Now you have this neckline plus this shape. And whenever you're creating some this kind of character, it should look cute. So those things you have to keep in your mind. And initially, when you're tracing out the shape, don't use perspective, use orthographic only. Then after, once you're done with that basic tracing out the shape structure, then switch on perspective. Perspective shortcut is P. This is perspective, this one option. The shortcut is P. You can see if you hover over that option, you can see there's a P. So like that you can do it. And yeah. So suppose, okay. And make sure like there's no, you can see there's a dent. There's no dent. It should be smooth everywhere, clean, because it looks very simple and easy. But controlling those tools will take a lot of practice. It's not very difficult. You just need practice. That's it.
Sir, captions are not coming.
Captions? What captions?
Left side, the clicks you have entered in the keyboard.
It's not actually. I'm in college, so that software is not there in college system. So when I like next time when I'll be back in college, I'll install that. And tomorrow I'll have this class from my room, my personal system. So it's installed there, so I can use that. So right now it's not there. That's why I cannot switch it on. So yeah. So if you have any doubt like which button I'm pressing, so you can ask me. I'll explain those things. Don't worry. Okay. Let's see. I want to select lasso tool. Sorry. I want only and only mask. So I'll just undo lasso. Select this. Oh, remove. Invert. And suppose you want to soften this selection, control and click on that surface. It will soften that selection, that mask. Then you can pull it like however you want this thing. Like you to pull, push, create hands a little bit down like
Sure,
this.
how did you get the pivot?
This pivot, it's
Yeah.
W-E-R, same thing. You can see.
Yeah.
And if you press Q, this gizmo mode, you will can exit that gizmo mode. Same thing, same like Max. You have WER, like move, rotate, and scale. Same, exact same options. This is like these tools are universally like standard for all the softwares. So right now I'm using ZBrush 2020. So you have this option ZBrush 18 also, 19 also, 2020 also. So no need to worry. It's like kind of same. So whenever you create something, make sure you like rotate and check it from all the direction. This mouth part should be slightly outside. This should go slightly inside. So like this, like try to match the shape and make it try to match the shape as much as possible. Okay, so basically in your model, it's not smooth, it's not symmetrical. So make sure it's symmetrical first of all. Then smooth it out and check it from all the angles. You should not be able to identify any of the angular edges. It should be smooth. Like it might be like suppose you have some character. This is like some kind of angle, BPI, but it's smooth angles. Like some pinch is there, like this, like some boxy shape or something. So you can have that shape, but make sure it's smooth enough. It cannot be like that. You cut that thing. So add smooth it out. It should be smooth transition from one surface to another surface. So that like initially when I opened it, I'll just show that thing. So you can see this surface. You can see there's a highlight. So you can see there's a transition. So smooth this thing. It should be wide enough and soft. There's some artifacts. You can see there's some artifacts. Smooth it out. Then there's some artifacts. All those pinch. You cannot have any pinch anywhere. So fix all those things. Then I have again this another file. Anshuman's file is kind of fine. So only thing is it doesn't look like I guess the color is not there, that's why, but it's a kind of fine. Only thing like this slight flat surface, it should be slightly smooth, slightly more rounded. But this is pretty fine. This is like all. So like you know to like only like few things you can add add slightly volume here just to make it smooth and rounded, and then smooth it nicely. Still you can see this angle, then press alt and minus it this time. So basically you have to flatten this up, make it a little bit more rounded. Otherwise this thing looks kind of fine, like almost fine, like slightly bulge here. Like just make it a little bit more smoother and rounded. Those angular shapes should not be there. Otherwise this looks nice. Then it become round, more rounded. And this tail will do it in this thing max, don't worry. And add those colors if possible. And like I don't have that colored file. I have that without color, like previously uploaded file. Which file is this? It's the old file. So like suppose okay, let's like I don't have the colored one, so I can just do the color quickly. Select this Chrome, and for material I can select some nice skin shader. Yeah, this looks like quite nice. mRGB sub off, alpha off, standard brush, and freehand. Oh, sorry, my mistake. mRGB mRGB, material RGB. So I'm painting this material plus this color. So make sure paint it nicely. Ears, then you have tail. So it's kind of done. For eyes, I paint 100% black.
Sir, can you switch on that mouse and keyboard interactions?
It's not there. I am in college right now, so in college that
Okay.
plugin is not there. So I'll install that plugin for the
Okay.
next class. So install that. So you'll have that, and right. So add those things. Okay. So this basically color and all you can add, and you can do all these things. So what I'll do, I'll try to add those here, those things. I'm just quickly doing it so that we can jump into our polypaint. This and nose is missing. Okay, nose is missing in this file. But I have updated that nose wala. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Like suppose this is there are like two ways to like this kind of character, and like suppose you're doing something like this, and this end plan is you can render it out nicely and use it for your portfolio or show for showcasing, right? So if you showcase something like this, simply like this, it won't look that nice. So what you have to do is you have to add those eye details, colors, and plus if possible, you can use hair and fur. So if you use hair and fur, it will look really nice. You can see this. Where is my reference? This is from movie. You can see hair and fur. Like
I
there are
like
two ways.
Sonic.
Like Sonic.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
hedgehog.
Even yes, like Sonic, yes. Or you can, that Pikachu movie. It also have fur.
Yeah,
Recently, Pikachu Detective something that movie came na recently last year.
yeah,
So it kind of like this only. So this is something you could do it in Max and ZBrush very easily, like both. So suppose I'm going to do this in ZBrush. Suppose. So what I'll do, I'll just select this, then press Control and click. I'll just select this entire shape, like wherever I want to create that fur. So I'll just select the entire shape, go to Lightbox, Fibers. Then you can see I have lots of presets. Lots of presets are already there. So I can just simply select something. Okay, this looks kind of fine. If you zoom in, you can see it has generated all this fur. So but this is, you can see this is generating everywhere, but you don't want this everywhere and not in that capacity. So what we'll do, I'll just undo it, deselect everything, select everything, and then control select freehand, zoom in, so resize the brush, and control and alt together deselect the eye region because I don't want any of this thing near to eye. Then repaint it, like make it even, create slight gap. It's too much. Okay, something like this. Select, then go back to lightbox once again. Select, you can just double click and check which fur you want, and you can modify this as well. So for this kind of character, this looks kind of fine, but still, suppose you're not sure about this, you can press BPR, this top option, or Shift R, any of this, just to check the preview of this fiber mesh. It's rendering. So you can see it looks like this, but this is something like I don't want it. This is way too thin, and this is way too long. So I want to reduce the shape, reduce the thinness, and increase the thickness and plus the length of the fur. So for that, what I'll do is I'll go to fiber mesh. You can see fiber mesh is an option. First, I applied this preset from Lightbox. Then I can go to Fiber Mesh and there's the option modifiers. Don't until and unless you accept this, it won't be part of your model. So it is just a preview. If you let's deselect your model, it will this will go. So you have to modify and accept it. So right now I can see the amount of fibers is 20, so it's quite thin. So I want it like bit thicker. I increase preview 100. Okay, it's like okay, like 1 sec. 15. Yeah. So it becomes, you can see. So you can it's in preference. Basically, your maximum number of poly count performance. It's like you have to increase the size and everything. Then it will you can go beyond your limit. You can change that. So right now you can see it looks quite dense, but still it's too length is too much. So you can see length. You can reduce the length here. So still now it's too small. Increase it slightly. And suppose this thickness you're okay with this density. Just render it out. Don't accept until now unless you're okay with the density or scale and everything. Because once you accept it, you're not able to you cannot modify it. You can change the shape later on, but you cannot change the scale. That and cannot increase the intensity, density, or like all these options. You cannot do it. So make sure fix all the shape, like size, scale, your length, everything. Then accept it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, render. So you can see this and render output. You can modify this color. This color is coming from this base basically. So you can remove it. You can apply your own texture, own color. You can do that as well. So that is fine. So this length I need to reduce it slightly, and density. For this density, what I can do right now, all these lines are thin lines. I need to want to increase the thickness. So what I'll do, I increase the profile. Profile means number of sides of the faces. In the right now, it's just one-sided face. So suppose I do it as like 3. It will increase the poly count. So what I have to do is I have to reduce preview again 25 is by default 25 it became and around 4. So you can see if you zoom in now, zoom in, you can see these are quite thick, and you have this curly effect because I have used this curl here. So what you can do is twist and all, you can make it 0, 0. Gravity basically the gravitation force segment I'll reduce. Segment is basically in between segments. So you can reduce this, it becomes zigzag, you can see. So you can see I just change this to 0. So all the fur become straight. Now if you zoom out, Press F. Oh, it's stuck. Okay. Zoom out. Why is not zooming out? Oh, it's zooming out. It just stuck. So now you can see this entire. So like suppose you don't want to create. Suppose you want to create only a high poly with all the details. So like this, you can create an entire high poly, add some fur, and suppose you want to modify the fur, you can do that as well. So for that, you have to accept it first. Accept. So it will show you like this. Then go to your subtool. Now if you go and check, you can see you have another subtool with these fibers. Select to base model, deselect it, go to this fur, and suppose you want to create some like specific effect or some specific like movement or something. For this fibers, you have specific brushes. Groom brush, you can say groom 1, 2, 3. So many brushes are there already. So most of the time, because there's so many groom brush, these are for fiber mesh. So you can use this brush. There's a short groom. Where is my short groom brush? Strong, toss, spikes. This short brush. Strange. Oh, short here. Here. So you can select that. You can reduce the intensity. So it give you better control. Suppose you want to modify something, like suppose you want to remove this all this fur from the eye. So you can just select this brush, or you can, or suppose you want to make it random, because it cannot be like this perfect everywhere. And this works with symmetry as well. Suppose you want to use symmetry, switch on symmetry. And this will like while we because this is something when we are going to use do it in characters, all the hair and all will do with fiber mesh, and then will later replicate the same thing in Max or Maya with hair and fur for rendering purpose. So learning this is very
So
important.
how we change the orientation of the fur?
What?
The orientation of fur, the direction. Like normally
Direction of
the
the
fur
fur.
will be like normal, right? Like
I
coming
didn't get
outward.
you. One sec. Uh, Tell me, like what you're saying?
The fur will be coming outwards, right? From the body
Yeah.
to the
Yes.
normal.
Yes.
How to change that orientation?
Means it should come inside.
No, it should come from the body like outwards.
It's come from the body outwards only, na, by default.
No, sir. In the previous thing, it was flowing from the body.
Acha, you want it like it should be straight lines from the body.
Yeah.
Okay, suppose okay, that's what I understood is suppose this is my sphere. I select this
Yeah. Hmm.
and go to fiber mesh. Like just correct me if I am okay. Just go polymeric 3D fiber mesh. So I can just simply select any of this. Okay, I'll select any of the hair random. So right now you can see everything coming from this fur and going towards down, right? Because of the gravity, because it works with the gravity. But what I understood is you want it to be like something like this,
Mm.
like no gravity. It should like randomly generate from everywhere like that.
Yes, yes, sir.
So you just have to switch off gravity.
Okay, sir.
Or suppose in your model, like if you want it in any direction, you can like you rotate the model in that orientation. Suppose okay, this head, like if I switch on gravity, where is my gravity? One. So everything goes down. Suppose I wanted it straight, like I want to create spikes, right? So what
Yes.
I'll do is I'll flip this. Okay, huh. Flipped. You can see, flip it, and then you can just simply modify the gravity again. So it basically follows your screen like space. So when you have a screen, oh, its orientation is wrong. Um, One sec. No preview. I'll just fix the shape first. I'll need to have some shape because otherwise I'm not able to identify it. Okay, suppose this is my head. So, and this is my hair, and I want
Sir, how we
spikes.
done that?
How I
Selected only particular that particular area. Like,
So I just pressed control I just masked it, like control and mask. You can see.
where you select, there will it apply.
Like it's like a paint brush. When you press control, you can see if I press control, this brush changes. You can see if I'm pressing control, it changes mask pen. Then you can just simply mask it. Suppose okay, suppose I want a mohawk. So I can just simply press control and select, just paint it. That's it. I just painted that section. So I have this. If I preview this, by default, it will fall down. That's like natural way of formation of fur, right? But suppose I don't want it like this, I can rotate this head, rotate, switch off preview, switch on preview. It will follow the gravity. It uses screen space, your screen orientation. So this is like upside down now, but it will still fall down. So once you're done with this, you're fine, and zoom out. Now you have kind of spikes. It's not perfect, and you can and reduce the length. See, length is done. Accept it. Yes. Then go, and then you can just see. And this works with move brush as well. Make sure select this, move. Pick the way you want. You can move, angle, and right now symmetry is off. So you can create something like anything. So here in this fur fiber mesh is very easy, but bit tricky to control. It's not very difficult, but it's just like it takes a lot of practice to control it. Otherwise, like if you whatever you can imagine, you can do it very easily. You can create like because of hair and fur. Suppose you have a character and you have very nice hair, it gives adds a lot to your character. So like if you understand this, you can create a high poly, a very good quality high poly, and render it out and like use it in your portfolio. You can do that as well. So and you can create multiple fiber mesh as well. Suppose I want to create One more. Preview. This is way too small, or I can just rotate it because this is like, you see, it's intersecting with the body. Length, accept. Now you have two more this thing. Select X. You can move it, control it the way you want, and this root will be there no matter what. Until and unless you manually go and change the brush setting, you cannot remove the this thing, this roots. So that's an added bonus because you can modify your entire hair and slightly smooth it, smooth it. Like this is something I'm doing randomly. So if you have a specific reference or something, you can do it very easily. So you can create one hair strand, or you can create anything. So like that, you can create this entire surface. So hair and fur is kind of easy, not very difficult. And like creating something, like suppose you have something like this, then it can become very easy. Nose, mouth, add all those details. And like for any humanoid kind of character, you can follow this reference, this silhouette here, and you can identify, okay, this should be like this and this part should be like this. You can identify it very easily, and it becomes very easy. So see, it's kind of it's very easy, it's not very difficult. It's just like you can just add some like mesh and delete some mesh. That's it. It's all about that. BCB, BDS, damn standard. Okay. Move tool, because this lips should be outside. From side you can see it's wrong because our upper lips are a little bit outside. Select, reverse, smooth, W, press in this, select this pivot point. It will snap to your selection, then move it slightly outside. Q, smooth it out. All those landmark areas, bone structure. And like for smoothing, go to lower division and smooth it off nicely. That's kind of easy to control. Go up and then soften. Just shape it to fix. And this nose. And this distance should be less. Okay, by that you'll like usually like with age, this distance increases. So those things you need to keep in mind. This jawline is missing. Like this shape should be correct. Rest everything you can like add any like very easily. Add all details, basic shapes. This is like anyways. This is something we're going to do in like from Monday. So like you can see like with sphere creating this is very easy. It's not very difficult. difficult. If you understand the shape, you can do it very easily. And if all those landmark, you need to understand the landmark bone structure. Like you have this forehead bone, you have this landmark bone here, cheekbone, your chin, your nose, and there's a cavity. There's a cavity and mouth. This denture shape. It should be rounded. Should be rounded. All those things you need to like understand, and then you can do it very, very, very quickly and easily. I can add all this like I can make it like closed eyes. I can keep it, make it open eyes. But only thing is, you need to understand the volume. That eyelid, there's a thickness, there's an eyeball. Those things I need to add. Those small muscles. It's all about those small muscles and details. And like creating something like this, like then adding some hair will be really nice. I still need to fix this jaw, this nose, lips. Like it's like so. Just try like no need to create this head now. This is we'll start with from Monday. So just try this fiber mesh. Suppose this is a fiber mesh slightly for this like here. What I can do? Create this entire selection. Create a selection wherever you want to grow fibers. Add, flip it, fiber mesh, hide, accept, yes, no solo. Oh, I have added those things also. No? Delete, delete. Deselect BMV. Move tool just to shape it. Use a big brush. Like whenever you want a smooth, subtle change, use a bigger brush. You can move it like any direction. Suppose you want to move it down, you can do that as well. and smooth it to everything bring together. Then so try this fiber mesh. Try it on a Pikachu only. Then I'll add those small hair and fur. Then we'll tomorrow we'll bring it to max and add hair and fur in max. And that those texture for texturing, I'll show you a new technique. You can do it in quickly because it's a flat texture, flat color. I'll show you a new technique. You can texture it within max, like in few clicks you can paint it directly on the 3D model. There's a process is there in max. You can directly paint your texture, and that is you cannot project it, you can paint only. So you can paint that texture directly on your model and export it as a PSD. You can do that in max. So I'll show the technique. So like for smaller or simpler texturing, you can do it in max, or like you can create all the shapes, design pattern, whatever you want, and it will export it PSD. So you'll use that. Yeah, so attendance wise, so I can see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whose name is missing? Can you see my screen, you guys?
Yes, sir.
So whose name? Oh, this thing. Whose name? Rahul, I can see. Anshuman, Tushar, Dilip, Darshan, Rajbir, Akshay. 390 was. Who is
Nitin.
390? Nitin. Nitin, okay. Okay. What is this? Nitin, Anirudh Gruhit, and Nitin, okay, Nitin Kishore, and again Gruhit. Okay, okay, it's reading automatically. Whose name is missing from here? Akshay.
No, already Akshay is there.
Where?
My
Where?
name is there, sir. It's Akshay Kumar. After
Oh, Akshay Kumar is
Rajbir
there.
Singh.
So, okay, everybody is there already. Okay, then it's fine. So, because I don't have access to white ice now, so I'll just take it in this thing, then I'll export it and update that in white ice. Okay. So practice this. Try to control your this thing. Fiber mesh is not that important as of now, but if you practice it, it will be better. But this thing, move tool, clay buildup, dam standard, all this brush you should practice a lot, because moving forward we'll be creating a full-fledged character. So for that we have to control those things. So make sure you practice a lot. So try to create something with simple form. Okay, then I'll see you tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll explain everything.
Sir,
Yes, tell me.
sir, can you send me that Pikachu file which you edited in reference, which you edited in Photoshop,
Uh,
front and side view?
Front and side. It's already there. It's already there in that reference folder I uploaded.
Sir, I can't
One,
find that one.
I
We should
shared
cut
two
it.
folders. One with recording, and one another one with this one sec. I'll show you. Driver. Okay, one sec. I have shared homework class organic modeling. I have shared this folder, right? In this, you can see you have all this, including the ZTL file plus all the references.
Okay, sir.
So it's already under organic model. It's there, already there.
Okay, sir.
Just cross check it. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow then. Okay.